All right. Good evening, folks. Frank, KG6NLW here. And tonight we're doing, again, the N6ICW live stream. I'm coming to you live from the Northern California SwapNet. This is hosted every Thursday on the N6ICW Repeater System in the Northern California area. For more information, you can visit n6icw.org. If you are local and wish to join the directed Nate, you can do so by saying the suffix of your call sign phonetically. I'm not sure if the internet connections are up and running or not, but Echolink is N6ICW-R, and IRLP should be hopefully up as well. I'll be here as long as be here and live as long as net's running. Usually from about now in a minute or two, 0300 to about 0345 UTC. That's 8 p.m. Pacific to about 8:45 Pacific. It goes a little longer than that sometimes. I'll be in the chat, ready. I'm sorry, in the chat over here, ready to answer any questions you might have. If you want to follow along with the script and drop a listing that I can relay in, go ahead and do that as well. And don't forget, if you like what you see, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so that you know when I go live again. Now, let's see here. It's basically 8 o'clock. Let's see if Armand's out there. Oh, there is no Armand as of yet. Turning the radio up a little bit here. There we go. So as soon as Armand jumps on the radio and starts net, we will tune in. I want to say hello to anybody and everybody that might be watching. And yeah, I'm glad people are enjoying this. And if you have any questions, well, maybe we can answer a question or two in between things. Oh, Armand's running a little late at 0300 UTC. Kilo Golf 6, November, Lima Whiskey, waiting for NorCal Swap. Yeah, radio's working. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? W6IWN, hey, how you doing? Hope everything... Ooh. Okay, good. I'm like, my hands are not green, so they should not be blurred out. I guess I went too quickly there for the camera. Hope things are going well. And if you want, this is going to be a fun live stream because Armand is tonight is the right night. Yeah, it's Thursday. It's 8 p.m. Pacific, 0300 UTC. I wonder where Armand is. This is not a good thing, but hey, we're here. This might be a short live stream if something happened with Armand.
Northern California. Some tests going on at the Mountain Mike's Pizza tonight. So hopefully we'll get a report from KJ6JD how they made out. But in the meantime, we'll start the net, get it rolling. It's the Northern California Swap. This is Armand, ARMAND. I'm in the northern, area of Sacramento. And we're here to buy, sell, trade, amateur and amateur-related equipment, of course, on N6ICW 147-195, where the big repeater is on Mount Vaca with a plus offset. We're also out of Chico on 146.94, and in the Reno Tower here in 145.15. Those last two with a minus offset, and all repeaters in the N6ICW system are accessible with a TL of 123 hertz. Imagine that, hertz, 123 times. Yikes. Well, maybe we can make it feel a little easier so the hertz is not that seen. Anyway, as I said, we're here to buy, sell, trade, give away, etc. Amateur and amateur-related equipment. It's easy to join the net when the net is opened for listing and check-in. here's how to join it. All you need to do is key your microphone and say the last part of your call sign phonetically. The call sign suffix, specify it phonetically, wait to be recognized. It is a directed net. And when we acknowledge you and ask you to proceed, come back and give us this information. Start out with your full call sign and use the phonetic ITU, or you can make them up. And if you're buying, selling, trading, giving away stuff that's amateur related, let us know what it is. Let us know if you're giving it away, selling it, buying it, trading it, wanting it, etc. Mix and match for the best results, and where appropriate, give us some descriptions on the items where necessary. Involved, let us know how much you want for the item, and let us also know if it's a negotiable, best offer. Those are some criteria you can use. Let us know if the item is shippable, if you're willing to ship it, and if so, maybe you want to include that price, the shipping price, in your total price, and specify that by saying shipped or include shipping. That's, of course, at your prerogative, at your discretion. Otherwise, the buyer pays shipping unless some other kind of arrangements are made with the seller. So give us some descriptions. Also, if you want somebody to come pick it up, you're willing to ship it, will you drive someplace, and how far, how long, etc. Those have become important things to know as well. Give us your contact information. That's important to know as well. Your email and or telephone number, and then end your transmission with your call sign. And on this nice warm day, I hope the repeater is feeling well and it's not too warm up atop Mount Vaca. And on that note, we'll say thank you to Chris and N6ICW, who takes care of the repeater with tender, loving care, as he has for the last, close to over 45 years. Since the mid-'80s, we've had the benefit of N6ICW all over the Sacramento and San Joaquin and northern Sacramento Valley, with all the voting receivers that have been established all over the Northern California area to give great coverage. Everything from the little wavelets in the Pacific Ocean to the little tiny snowflakes up in the Sierras and north to south as well, from Corning and Redding all the way down to Bakersfield, and of course around the world on YouTube, courtesy of K6NLW, and via Echolink here on N6ICW. So also welcome to all those folks listening, watching on YouTube as well. Great to have you along. We'll get an update from Frank in a little bit as to who or how many of you are out there. And remember, if you do want to make a listing during the net, all you need to do is type it into the chat window, and our diligent conductor of all affairs listing will put that here on the net, and I will write it down and read it back at the end of the net to keep a list. Also, if you want to, you can say contact followed by your call sign, and then I'll let you do any one of three things, or all three if you want. You can call a station that has just made a listing if you have a question to ask. You can call a station, move them off frequency, or call a station and pass a quick bit of traffic that does not have to be net related. And you can also say info followed by your call sign. You can ask a question dealing with amateur radio if you didn't know who, what, where, when, and how to ask it here. You won't bite your head off or think you don't know stuff, because we're always learning, reading and thinking and talking and learning. That's what it's all about. And, we all started out at zero. And no matter how big and bad people sound, we all started out at the same place. So we always like to recognize that. So if you have a question, ask, and we'll probably stimulate some good discussion as well. Also, if you have a question on a listing, you missed a phone number, a price, a model number, you were in the other room and heard a word or two that caught your attention, ask away. I keep a list as best I can, and maybe I can answer your questions, and not the person who made a listing make it. I hope. And of course, if you're out and about and you see something, say something right here on N6ICW. So you can say break or priority, followed by your call sign. We'll stop the net, find out what the priority is, and see how we can all help or certain of us. So that's what, of course, amateur radio is all about. I think that sums it up, all of the things that we need to know for this Thursday, April 18th. And let's see, I wonder if anybody did go to the Visalia DX convention. And not this Saturday, but the next Saturday is the Valley of the Moon Amateur Radio Club Swap Meet in Sonoma. And we'll talk about that as well later on. And also, it's out and it's official. The Carmichael Elk Lodge Swap Meet. I saw an email from KP4MD. So the cat is out of the bag. So there you go. We'll talk about kitty cats and swap meets and all kinds of stuff. Let's open the nets and see how many kitties want to check in, and human beings as well. And Frank too as well. He's a cool cat too. WB2ZEI Armand in Sacramento and the Art Arcade area that is now open.
November, Lima Whiskey.
Yay. Okay, well, I think Meow stepped on another Meow, but got you, John, and Gary as well, and I think Frank got his paw stepped on.
Oh, Frank did get his paw stepped on. I unkeyed with whiskey, and there was Jack Daniels right behind me. I'll let John go first. He has the more important stuff.
So yeah, we want to hear about all that, Al, and how many radios did you stuff in your suitcase as Jane stuffed jewelry in her suitcase? We'll find out about that. I was thinking about Al the other day, saying, "Yep, I think he should be home soon." So there he is. So Mr. Meower, the head of the Meower contingent, tell us how Folsom was and anything else you want to spring. Of course, cats always count. But you want to spring on KJ6JD, WB2ZEI.
Jokester there.
Spring has sprung indeed, hasn't it, Armand? And it's a beautiful, lovely summer evening. Nice drive back looking at the sunset from Folsom, where, here comes a report from the Folsom exam. We had 5 candidates, and we had 2 no-shows. Well, we never have no-shows. I hope nothing happens to them. Anyway, the 3 that showed up, 2 of them turned into technicians, and 1 earned his amateur extra license. So we turned out 3 successfuls tonight, and 2 that didn't come in. We can't do nothing when they don't come in. So there's tonight, and I'll take a break, and then I'll hit the swap. And like Armand says, we have authenticated it, and we have checked it with the catering department. Dear old Cindy out at the lodge. Tell Cindy that she does good for us out there when you see her. And we are having it the 26th of May. That's going to be the Sunday, just before Memorial Day. And the lodge doesn't have any activity, so we can take over the parking lot and have lots of hams in there. So we want to do that. The popular prices, just like in the past, we started that $10 thing again once they were going up, and we kept it. So $10 to sell stuff, and no charge whatsoever to park and go buy your heart's delight out of all of those wonderful things that are out there. I hope you don't miss one like I did last year. Man, I missed me a 7300 just by seconds. Anyway, one way or the other, don't miss anything. You be there or be square. That's the Carmichael Elks Ham Swap, and that's occurring the 26th of May, Sunday. And we'll tell you more about it as we get close to it. But we'll have some breakfast foods out there and usual stuff, coffee and soft drink. Okay, let's see. I'll think for a minute if there's anything else. Yeah, I can't think of nothing else tonight. I should probably have some gear to sell. But we had a fun time out there tonight. We should definitely be thankful to N6ICW Bear and Mike. They run the session, N6ICW. Bear's definitely the one that's the most heavily involved in the work of the session since we've been doing it electronically. He can make that thing dance. So thanks to all those concerned, and that's about it from me tonight, I think, unless I hear something interesting. KJ6JD. Oh, that's what I had to do. In case you got questions about the ham swap, give me a call, 916-616-9980. That's good for texting and for sending me great pictures of your shack. KJ6JD.
Well, we've heard of texting and sexting and send a picture of your shack. So shaxting, you can shack John and send him a picture of your radio, dressed or undressed, open or closed, or whatever. Maybe we can originate a term here, or maybe that'll go viral. So shaxting, changing pictures of your amateur radio shack. How about that? Alrighty, John, very good. And thank you to our little dancing bear, NW6Q, who has put much time and effort and dedication, along with Mike, November Sierra 6 Quebec, into the Folsom Ham exam happening. That happens every month. And, well, let's see. 329. Yeah, so next month it's going to happen. It'll be May 16th, prior to the Dayton Ham Convention. It'll be coming up. So that's May's going to be a busy month. Of course, Dayton, exam, Dayton, and then Carmichael, and then the N7RCA radio ranch. All kinds of stuff going on. But,
By the way,
yeah.
We're going to have the one you just described in May, and then I think, if I heard correctly tonight, we take a break in June and decide whether or not we're going to hit it again come July or the rest of the year. See what our participation rate's like. So, anyway, that was about it. KJ6JD.
All right, very good, John. Yeah, well, it's always neat that people are always interested in getting their licenses. That's what it's all about. So let's see what's going on with Gary. See what he's doing tonight. WA6, thank you, John. KJ6JD, WBCZI with NorCal Swap, open a Whiskey Alpha 6 Fox Golf, India.
All on red board.
I'd like to just take it easy to the net. Here I am, WA6FGI, and couple things I ran across is called a general announcement. There was a movie that was produced in 1944 about hams helping the military in 1940. It's called Patrolling the Ether. It comes on Turner Classic Movies. I can't give you a date except it comes on a Saturday morning at 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Set your VCRs. Do a search for it. It'll pop up. Patrolling. The Ether. ETHER. Ought to be interesting. Take a point of view that's 80 years old and what we felt about what they did 4 years prior to that. And Armand, I'd appreciate if you rerun my ICOM ICV86. $90 will get the whole package. It's a monoband handheld, got a spare battery, drop-in charger. It comes with instructions, a long duck antenna, and it's operating right now. Been in his house here, never been out in the field, never been beat up or anything. $90. Please call 916-344-7571. Copy all that, Armand?
Oh, yes, I copied and pasted. Smell that glue? Oh, got it. All righty, Gary, thank you. And, yeah, that's really interesting. Patrolling the ether. That sounds like something that would be neat to watch. Thank you for that. All righty. Let me read Gary's list here. So, number 1 tonight with the Alpha 6 Fox Golf India. Gary in Sacramento has an ICOM India Charlie Victor 86. This is the monoband HD. It's a 2-meter radio with a high-capacity battery, and it comes with a drop-in charger, a long rubber ducky antenna. Do not take that in the bathtub. And it comes with its manual as well, and the price has dropped by 10%. So now it's down to $90. $90 is a pickup item at Gary's place, and you can call Gary to arrange for that. If you need a little HT, 916-344-7571. Again, 916-344-7571, and that's with the Alpha 6 Fox Golf India. All righty, let's see what's going on in Cloverdale. WRKG 6NLW. WB2ZEI. Go ahead, Frank.
Oh, I'm glad you caught the red board in there, Armand. Kilo Golf 6, November, Lima Whiskey. Good evening from Cloverdale and the interwebs, where there are a whopping 4 people watching tonight. I didn't promote this week as much as I normally do, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens like that. But, there'll be plenty of what's called team replay, where people will come back in and later on rewatch it and enjoy it at that time. And I need to email Uncle Chris. I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like IRLP and Echolink are both down for the count, because I tried getting in and I could not get in. And yeah, so we may have a technical issue on the back end there. Other than that, not much else going on here. I want to say good evening to everyone. And research and development alongside the social interwebs will be listening in the background. Back to you, Armand. WB2ZEI KG6NLW.
Alrighty, and Gary had a comment. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, real quickly, watching the news. Israel's throwing rockets at Iran as we speak.
makes me think of Eric Goose that does QSO today. He's over there. So I hope he's doing okay as well as everybody else over there too. So very good. Thanks, Gary and Frank. Very good. Well, 4 is better than nobody. So that's good. And let's go over and see what's new with Al. He's got probably stuff to tell us now that he's back on his 2 feet on the ground and maybe getting over jet lag. K6AAI. Back from JA land, WB2ZEI. Well, good evening, everybody. This is K6AAI. Al is there. Oh, yes, I'm back from the land of the rising sun. Drinking yen, actually, while we were there. The yen reached a new low. The dollar was too high. Dollar high, not too confused with a Mexican high. That's another story from George Carlin. Yeah, we found our dollars went further, and we were there for 2 weeks, and started out with the dollar getting 146 yen for $1. We left at 151 yen for $1. So that was good. Didn't really matter because we didn't buy that much, really. There's nothing in Japan that you can't buy in America. What do you call it? So that's the same price, actually. Except if you're going to buy traditional Japanese things, which we did. I bought 2 kimono robes, bathrobes. The trip was really nice. We got to see a lot of Japan. It was cruise. We only had a day here, a day there. Tokyo, if you go to one radio store, I can't remember the name of it. It was really large and fairly crowded. And I don't care what anybody tells me. Nobody speaks English in Japan. They just don't, or they don't want to. Put it that way. They know little words here and there, but they really don't have a command of the English language. Everybody speaks English in Japan, and the students learn it from the 7th grade on, but they don't retain it. It's no different for students in this country. Most young people, I don't think, didn't like languages and didn't do well at them. So, any rate, the Japanese people are really wonderful. Honestly, they have a real service mentality. They like serving people, you've never been treated better by pure say. They really wanted to help us. They know words here and there, but with some sign language and here, there, and words, you can kind of get directions and where to go and whatever. Of course, there's the Google Translator, but I didn't have any Wi-Fi. I didn't take the Verizon Wi-Fi package. So that was a mistake. But at any rate, Japan's wonderful. I really urge everybody to go, especially to Tokyo. We also got to spend a whole day in Busan, Korea, South Korea. A whole different kind of atmosphere than in Japan, but quite nice. It was a nice trip. We went. We're going to go back. We're going to spend more time in Tokyo and then take the bullet train to Kyoto when we go back next year. So that's it in a nutshell. Nice country, nice people. It should be on your must list. I always said, I'm adding a third place. I always said that before you die, you should see Paris, you should see Rome. Now I would say you should see Japan. K6AAI. Great. Glad both of you enjoyed. Did you get a chance to ride any trains in Tokyo, or because I don't remember how long you spent there? Were you able to ride it? Anything like that? No, we didn't. We had a chance, but we didn't take it because it was a day where it was pouring rain throughout the whole region, and we just decided not to spend time that day doing that. We wanted to spend indoor shopping, so we didn't take the train. That's for our next trip. What we're going to do next time, instead of taking a cruise, we don't see a whole lot, but just see enough. We're going to spend a week in the central city of Tokyo at a nice hotel, and radiate from there, maybe with guide services and stuff like that. Then we're going to take the bullet train to Kyoto. I think about an hour ride, not too far, and spend a week there, and then maybe we'll fly to Singapore and or maybe Vietnam. Both, I don't know, but and that'll be it for Asia in our lifetime, I think. So that's what Joe's doing this time next year. Is at least 2 weeks in Japan, maybe another whole week in Singapore. That's great to see different parts of the world and see how people are and everything. And yeah, I think 60 Minutes or some news program was talking about how Vietnam is up and coming and all that kind of stuff. So that's very interesting. All right, Al, very good. So, now when you work the JAs on 10 meters, you can talk to them about Tokyo and all that stuff. Good for you. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and good to have you back and hear about your trip. Thank you. KCKAI, WB2ZEI with an NorCal swap. Who else is around these here parts tonight? All right, Steve, I think that's you. Go ahead. How you doing? Okay, I'm pretty good. Tired day. Took me 12 hours of overtime. And answer to the controlling I do have one of sorts. Okay, I think you're in need of a new microphone too. It's kind of scratchy. Sounds like maybe a loose wire and more audio. Okay, so KE6LGJ, Steve, go ahead. What you want? Oh, that's interesting. I'm sitting in front of my house. And it is. Anyway, my one is I just purchased the 6 Hustler vertical. I'm familiar with everything else, but I've actually got a rig master. But I'm trying to see if I've been a little confused on somebody said you need to start at the bottom and go, whatever, or the lower bands and higher bands. I was wondering to see if there was somebody willing who might be near the Thomas area come by and tune this radio, or correct, tuning the antenna. Okay. Okay, I got that. And your phone number? Phone number. You have to work around my work schedule, but phone number is 530-682-6037. 530-682-6037. Alrighty, see you. Let me just put in a Thomas here. Okay, very good. Well, there's a lot of folks floating around. Maybe somebody you can get together with somebody and get some help tuning up that 6P TV. Thank you. Anything else? Yeah, well, we should let you get inside and recuperate, get something to eat, and relax. You go back to work tomorrow. You got tomorrow off. I am off for the rest. Well, till Sunday. I'm counting down. May 1st is my last day at the Great Bar Hotel. Oh boy, I bet you can taste it. All right, well, that's not too far away. Not too far away. Let's see. So next week it'll be. Next week it'll be the 20th. Oh boy, we'll see if we have to change frequency again. We'll see. But anyway, only about a week and a half or so away. So good luck with that, Steve. And glad you're off tomorrow. Alrighty, number 2 tonight. Okay. And that reminds me, Al will remember the QJ subway train, the Queens Jamaica subway line, the QJ in New York City. All right, guys. SCC. Yep. Okay. If that continues, we will change SCC. SCC.
I have to apologize for that last little bit. We have a incident on some of the local machines, so I have temporarily muted the radio until I see that things are back to normal. And Jason, yeah, no third rail, no active rails. If you have a museum nearby, they may or may not let you do it. All right, looks like radio's back to normal.
Get in the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's, where were we? Okay, K6LQJ, Kilo Echo 6, Lima, Quebec, Juliet. Steve is in the Natomas area. He's looking for some elderly. He needs some help in tuning his 6 BTV vertical antenna by Hustler. So if there's anybody locally that's willing to spend some time with Steve around his work schedule, please give him a call. And his telephone number is 530-682-6037. Again, 530-682-6037. And in a little bit, he'll be retiring, so he'll have more flexibility in his schedule. If you can help him out, maybe over the weekend, it's going to be a nice weekend. You have a couple of minutes to spare, give him a call. Again, 530-682-6037. All right, there we go. I just had to plug in the headphones into a different receiver. So that's what that little delay was all about. All righty, anybody else for the NorCal swap tonight? All righty, Bill, how are you? Let's see, let me turn this up here a little bit. Oh, wrong receiver. I put my hands on the wrong controls here. Here we go. KJ6WJ. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing pretty good. So, listening here. Still got that CHQX thing for sale. It's like new. It's been up that long. We'll sell the 10 through 20, including 6. And read some of it actually do 2 meters too. So yeah, 2, 6, 10, 12, 15, 17, and 20 meters. So, and rated at 3,500. And that's about it. Weighs 38 pounds. Wind load 5.4 square feet. Somebody wants to come pick it up here in Rockland, so you go 916-624-3890. Send me a text and I'll make contact with you. That way I don't think you're sales. Anyway, that's about it. KJ6WJ.
All righty, Bill, just wanted to verify. What was the price on that?
$795. It's like 50 cents on the dollar that I paid. I paid the dollar, you get it for 50 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank.
Bill, that is a fantastic antenna, fantastic price for said antenna. And yes, you're right. Get given the right conditions. The SWR ain't great, but yes, it can do 2 meters, most definitely. You're not, if you've tried it, you're not the first, and you're definitely not the last to do it.
Never tried it on 2, but never had it on 6 either. But I've had it on the other band.
It does it. You know, it's not pretty, but I know a couple guys that made 40, 50-mile contacts on simplex with it on 2 meters. So good antennas.
Yeah, sounds like a good antenna. It's not too heavy, not a lot of wind load. So sounds like the way to go. Run that 2.5 kW already. Okay, number 3 tonight, Kilo Julia 6 Whiskey Juliet, KJ6WJ. That's Bill in Rockland. He still has his hex beam by VHQ, Victor Hotel Quebec beam. It's a light view. It'll operate from 2 to 20 meters, including the warp band, rated for 3.5 kW. Probably have a little bit of a European perspective in that. Don't know what the legal limits are in Europe, but not here. At least, unless you're running a California kilowatt. Antenna weighs 38 pounds, and, maybe you can even hold it up over your head, depending if you're, a weightlifter. 5.4 square feet of wind load. It's a pickup item in Rockland, and the price $795. A good deal. 916-624-3890. 916-624-3890. Bill says, send me a text first so I know you're legit and not one of those, people that corrupt the phone system with every kind of thing you can imagine. So send him a text and he'll respond, and then guys, gals can get together. 916-624-3890. Thank you, Bill.
Then Armand, to add to that, that's nearly $1,000 off the original price, and it's made in the USA.
You got a little step on, Frank. Okay, yeah, made in the USA. And again, as Bill says, it's on the ground, ready for pickup. They migrate from down there to up here. Yeah. They don't give up, but neither do we.
Man, live editing. What do you expect?
Hi, with the most entertaining NorCal swap, and we have realistic tonight so far, and we got room for lots more. Number 4 is open.
Armand, I'll make it easy. Despite being live, there's such a thing as live editing. 30-second delay, folks. Love it.
You covered them up real good. Like, hey, good evening, everyone. This is November 6th, Echo Tango Romeo. Good evening, Armand. We've talked sometime before. You were one of my first repeater contacts back in the day when I was a newly licensed tech. This is Dan in Vacaville, transmitting at 5 watts, so I'm pretty sure I can keep this guy covered. Oh, yeah. You got him, Dan. He doesn't even exist. Yep, you got him. That's because you're near the repeater. The only thing is might try him out, but don't give up. There we go. N6ETR, go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, thanks, Armand. Sorry, I don't know what the timeout range is, but I just wanted to say hi and glad to hear that the NorCal swap meet is still going strong. Frank is a good friend of mine, and we chatted here and there over the waves, and he brought light to the swap meet through his channel. So I thought I'd just come in and say hi. I was very interested to hear about Al's experience in Japan. I went there in June 2019, right before COVID. A good friend of mine from the elementary school days was getting married there, and absolutely beautiful country. Highly recommend it. Go ahead.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so you never know where your school chums are gonna wind up or what they're gonna do. So that's really exciting that he got married over there in Japan. So that's neat. I'm assuming, did he marry a Japanese girl?
That's correct. So he was living in Vacaville at the time. We're childhood friends, and he met her online dating while she was taking English classes in Australia, and they hit it off with their common interest in Star Wars. And next thing you know, he's a Japanese. I don't know if he's a citizen, but they've got a wonderful daughter, and they own a house just outside Tokyo.
Leave it to Star Wars to bring people together.
About that online dating, but I think it worked out for a lot of people and made for a lot of happy lives and happy relationships. So when it works, that's great, and there's probably a lot of fun going to a Japanese wedding. Dan.
Leave it to Star Wars to bring people together.
Armand, if for nothing else, the food is outstanding there. And a couple of interesting facts I learned while I was over there is one, drinking in public is acceptable within reason, I would imagine. So I navigated the train system pretty well with a tall can of Asahi every step of the way. And the second thing I noticed that was pretty cool is I ended up with a few different denominations of paper currency over there, and they used different dimension bills for the sight impaired. I thought that was a really cool feature they have over there with their currency, and they should really look at doing that here in the States. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, by the time our Treasury Department gets their act together, I think, yeah, you're right. We'll be all far gone. Yeah, they were working on it, but boy, just like government, slow. And you're right. A lot of other countries are way far ahead of us when it comes to accessible currency. But the consumer organizations are working on it, and like for the last 10, 15 years or more. And so I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but with the technology that we have today, iPhones and currency readers that were distributed by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, it's not too bad, but it's better if you can just pick it up and know what it is without having to use any technology. So very good, Dan. A lot of great insight, and you always learn something here on the net, even if it's not amateur related. But that's the world. So ham radio, you just learn a lot of stuff by talking to a lot of different people.
Oh, absolutely. That's what makes the hobby go round. And someday I'm going to have something to sell on your net, Armand. But in the meantime, I guess I'm just bye. So anyway, thanks for having me on, and I'll go ahead and turn it back to you. Thanks for the talk, Armand. WV2ZEI, November 6th at Go Tango Romeo.
Okay, Dan. I'm thinking about you. Are you the fellow that that builds docks? I think, right?
Yes, sir. Well, formerly, kind of. So I went to work for the city of Sacramento. In fact, it's my understanding. I think you're in the Arden Arcade area. I'm just down south of you, across the river, and but I still do design work for the marina industry after hours. What can I say? I like to burn both ends of the night.
Yeah, that's it. I remember we talked about a lot of that stuff. Okay, great. Well, Yeah, I miss docks and boats and all that kind of stuff. Very good. Well, yeah. Thank you for being here, and I'm glad as you talked, I'm glad I remembered you. Thank you, Dan, and you have a good night, and don't burn that wick too short. N6ETR, WB's Eddie I with the NorCal Swap.
Good to hear you out there, Dan.
Okay, that's good. Little peace and quiet. Very good. Thank you, Dan. All right. Anybody else for the net tonight, with or without enlisting?
Radio check, KG6NW.
All righty, Rick, KM6ZRO. I think there was somebody else in there, too. Let me see who that was. Who else is there?
Just making sure the radio's still working. KG6NLW. I tried to say hi to Dan there, and I didn't hear a response from you or him.
Okay, let's see here. I just part of that, Frank. And the Willie Baker 6, the audio is a little low. Give me the suffix of your call sign again. Go ahead. Whether that Yaesu that Yaesu amplifier that he had that he was trying to sell for a friend, whether that ever went. I did try to contact Jim at that phone number that you gave 3 weeks ago, and I tried 5 different times, but I wasn't able to reach the party with that Yaesu amplifier. 100? That's my knowledge is still for sale, but he is on a month-long trip. We don't know where. I don't know if it's business or pleasure, but it's and I put up on the website. Most of the URL was, but on my site, so I have to see my server. And so I think it was answer123.com/swap. I have to go. Let me look. I'll come back. I'll come back in a couple of minutes and let you know where it is. But no, like I say, I'd wait a week or two. I believe he's Gary. Gary will have more information on that. I was away when Jim went away. So Gary, if you're still there, say what you know. Away from the radio. So Rick, I'm sure you heard Al about that. It's radioqsl.com/swap. radioqsl.com/swap. Later. And mailbox is full, but of course at that time I didn't realize that he was out of town. Yeah, probably a lot of other folks are trying to get him too. Leaving multiple messages. That's why the mailbox is full. Yeah, so you can look at it or get some more information about it at radioqsl.com/swap, or give them about a week, Rick, and try it again. Okay, great. Thank you, Armand. I'll do that. Okay, great. Thank you, Rick, and Al. Thank you for that. KM6ZRO WPTZEI. Let's see if we can pick up the Willie Bravo 6 station again.
I think you might be talking to me. Armand, the one for the next flea market in this area. I missed the Loomis one. You know, the next one in the Sacramento area?
Yeah, I do. What was your call?
Oh, Quebec, Lima.
Quebec, Zulu, Lima? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm missing. You're a little noisy. I dropped out. Quebec, Zulu, Lima?
All right.
The next swap is the, here in Sacramento, it'll be the Carmichael Elk Lodge swap that John was talking about earlier. That's going to be May 26th at the Carmichael Elk Lodge, 5631 Hackberry, no. Geez, it's been a long time. See, I forgot. Hackberry Lane. Hey, John, help me out. I'm having a hour here. What was the other street there where the Elk Lodge is, John? KJ6JD, WPTZEI.
Cypress and Hackberry.
You know what? What was the other street?
Cypress and Hackberry, 5631 Cypress Avenue, across the Hackberry.
Okay, yeah, Cypress. That's the one I forgot. Yes, that's the corner of Cypress and Hackberry, 5631 Cypress Avenue, at the corner of Cypress and Hackberry. See that? After a while, you forget things you thought you never would.
And that's why you got research and development, whose memory is, well, no, my memory is Google foo for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, but your memory is about 36 or 37 years newer than mine.
Yeah, it's still not that fast, though. I think it's pushing about 4 gigs of RAM instead of 16.
Okay, WB6QZL, WB2ZI. So there you go. It's going to be probably 7 o'clock in the morning for the buyers. 6 o'clock for sellers. Usual stuff. The day before Memorial Day. Get that all? Okay, he may be in a bad spot. His signal was kind of noisy, but hopefully he got that information. And of course, we'll be talking about that. And of course, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the Valley of the Moon Amateur Radio Club swap in Sonoma at GOMARC.org. So you can get some more information. We have the swap there with a pancake breakfast and all that kind of yummy good stuff to raise the funds for the club.
Let's see here, vomark.org, Saturday, April 27th from 8 a.m. to noon. Some vendors do show up earlier than that. Hearty Breakfast, which is the club's annual fundraiser consisting of pancakes, eggs, and sausage. Breakfast tickets get entered into door prize drawings. There will be demonstrations of fox hunting, a VE session, and hopefully a display of emergency communication vehicles. Admission is free, but there's a charge for breakfast, $10 or $8, and cellar spots are $10.
Yeah, there you go. There's all the info you need in a capsule. And if you need to find out where it is, just look at that website, COMARC.org. Right, Frank?
That is correct, but it is at 252 West Spain Street in the town of Sonoma. Nice little parking lot swap sale. Absolutely fantastic. And the talk-in is listed on that page as well. It's a local repeater there.
Ah, yes, West Spain Street. Yes, I do remember that now. That you mentioned it. So, yeah, 252 West Spain Street, like the country, Spain, and Sonoma. Thank you, Frank. There you go. That's all the info.
No problem, Armand.
All right, let's do a time check here and see where we are.
0358 30 seconds.
And some good news that expert amplifiers are now being distributed in the United States by MTC Radio. So that was a big deal they made out of that. And we are also expecting a new model of amplifier from SPE, the Italian company. They're going to unveil it at the state, so that'd be interesting to see what they are. But all SPE expert amplifier sales are being handled by MTC and also Repair as well. So that was good news. We'll have to find out about the new Taurus SPE expert linear amplifier when it comes out.
Well, if you can wait that long, 4 weeks, 9 hours, and 29 seconds until Xenia Hamvention, May 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Whoopie-doo. Yeah, whoopie-doo, especially if you're going. That out. Yeah, the party looking at that amplifier with Jim Willis at KM4KL. If they get in touch with me at AC at k6aai.net, I'll pass their email along to Jim, or I'll pass Jim's email on to the party. One of those two. If I didn't publish Jim's email, I don't know. I told me he didn't want it. I have a phone number there on the little site I put up at radioqsl.com/swap. So, if that party wants to get in touch with me, AC at k6aai.com or go to k6aai.com or .net, basically. I'll try to act as an intermediary while Jim is away. Okay? All right, Rick, did you get that from Al?
Yes, I did, Armand. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Yeah, either that or keep trying. You have his phone number, so he's away. Good to know. All right, it's the top of the hour, 0400 Zulu, WB2ZEI with the NorCal swap. Anybody else for the net tonight? Frank, I know you're an SBU aficionado. You had a news story in New York about Mariska Hargitay filming one of the episodes of Law and Order SVU in Tryon Park, which is in Upper Manhattan. And apparently, when they were filming or acting the SVU episode, a little girl came up to Mariska and really thought that she was a police officer because she was probably dressed in uniform and everything like that. So I think she needed some help. So that kind of made the headlines in New York City, and it's just about starting here locally.
Well, I'll have to look that up. That is news to me, literally. So thank you for telling me about that. And darn it, busted yet again. Yes, I'm a big SVU aficionado, but I am unreasonably far behind on the current season. So no spoilers on the show, please.
No spoilers. No spoilers. And Kevin, if you're, I think that's Kevin. Maybe not. Never know. Anyway, alrighty, last call. Anybody else for the net tonight? And any anybody else with a listing? We got 3 looking for 4. Anybody else? All right, I think it's time to read the list then and give the repeater a rest, because it's been, having its tail up for the last hour or so. And let me see, I'm going to do this. Okay, that's a little better. That sounds a little better to me anyway. Now, right. So let's look at the list tonight. Excuse me. Number 1 tonight on the edition number 16 of the Northern California Swap is Whiskey Alpha 6 Fox Golf India WA 6 FCI. That's Gary in northern Sacramento. It's got an ICOM HD for sale. It's the ICOM India Charlie Victor 86. The monoband 2-meter HD. And comes with a high-capacity battery. Here's a long rubber duck. Also includes the manual. Price has been modified to $90. $90 for the HD battery and drop-in charger. A nice little deal if you need a little 2-meter HD. This is a pickup item at Gary's place. And you can talk to Gary at 916-344-7571. Again, 916-344-7571. Number 2 tonight, Kilo Echo 6 Lima Quebec Juliet KE6LQJ. Steve in Natomas is looking for some human help in tuning his Hustler 6 Bravo Tango Victor Vertical. So if you're near Natomas or willing to travel over to Steve to give him a hand, tune up that vertical, you might want to give him a call and make a new friend, meet a new ham, and play antennas for a little bit. 530-682-6037. Again, 530-682-6037. And in the antenna department, we have KJ6WJ, Kilo Juliet 6, Whiskey Juliet, and Bill in Rockland. And Bill still has his great tech beam antenna made by VHQ, Victor Hotel, Quebec. It's the hex beam. It's like you, operates 2 to 20 meters, including the warp band. It's rated at 3.5 kW. It only weighs a modest 38 pounds. Some babies weigh more than that. Anyway, it also measures at 5.4 square feet of wind load space, which is quite modest. It's on the ground, ready for pickup in Rockland, and he would like $795 for the hex beam that's built in the United States. And 3.5 kW. I think you'd be heard with that, but not from the United States. Anyway, 916-624-3890. Send him his text first so he knows you're not a marketer. 916-624-3890. Send him a text. He will respond, and then you can have a meeting of the mind on the hex beam for $795. And that's the list as I have it for edition number 16 of the swap. And talked about the Sonoma swap coming up next, not this Saturday, next Saturday on Spain Street in Sonoma, 252 West Spain Street in Sonoma, 8 a.m. They'll have a pancake, sausage, and egg breakfast. That's the fundraiser for the club. Seller spaces are $10, and they'll have a lot of other things going on as well. Of course, our own Carmichael Elk Lodge swap at 5631 Cypress Avenue in Carmichael will take place on May 26th at bright and early, 7 a.m. on the Sunday prior to Memorial Day. And if you have any questions, talk to John, AJ6JD, 916-616-9980. Again, 916-616-9980. And of course, the N7RCA swap, the Radio Ranch swap in Minden is coming up on June 1st. And here in Cal, I think there's also a swap going on in Reno on May 11th as well. And of course, we have the Dayton/Media Convention in Ohio coming up on the weekend of May 17th to 19th. Of course, that's the biggie. So a lot of things happening and many different ways to enjoy amateur radio. Anybody have any other traffic or comments, anything for the net before we close this week?
Good evening, folks. November 6th, Tango Romeo, the 4th thing on the side.
Alrighty, great. Made it under the wire. N6ICW. What's your name? Where are you?
Alright, name here is Doc. I'm in French Camp, California.
Alrighty, Doc. Good evening to you. Thanks for coming in. And I don't know how long you were here, but glad to have you nonetheless. And, we're here every Thursday for the last 20, at least for me, just 26 years plus. And Swap's been around longer than that for quite a while, since the early 90s. So we're a mainstay. Started out on WA6SDK down in Stockton and came over to N6ICW in 2006. And so 18 years here, courtesy of Chris N6ICW. So good to have you here, Doc.
Oh, thank you. And good to be here. Former member of the F-Dog Club. And it's been quite a while I've had this radio put away. And I just got it wired up to a post for it. Try to give a listen. So, yeah. Thanks for the welcome to the net. I'll be sure to check in next Tuesday and listen out. Learn a little bit more.
Okay, very good. Well, if you ever want to move some of that radio equipment on or want to replenish your inventory, we might be able to help you out. That's what it's all about. A little swap, a little chat, a little get together. And of course, we're also streaming on the internet courtesy of KG6NLW on KG6NLW's YouTube channel as well. So thank you for stopping by. Anybody else before we close?
You could feel my finger itching the PTT with that one.
Yeah. As long as it ain't, as long as it's not the middle finger.
Nope, no. Actually, it's the thumb. So it's not even an end. It's not even a finger. It's the thumb.
Okay, back blank thumb. That's what we'll call you. All righty, last call. Anybody else with anything for the net for tonight?
Just a query.
Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, I am looking for an HF rig if anyone's got one for sale.
Okay, any manufacturer preference or anything like that? So that's N6CCR, Doc, and Angel Camp. Looking for an HF rig. Any preferences?
Yeah, French Camp actually, 5 miles south of Stockton. Into the FT710 is what I'm kind of looking for if anyone's got one.
All righty, and what about a phone number?
209 684 1787.
All righty, very good. Let me just put this down here. Number 4 and 6 Tango Romy 1 Yesu FT 710 and 209 684. Give me the last 4. Give me the last 4 digits again.
Roger, that's 1787 1787.
Ah, yes, of course. Okay, let's see. 1787. Okay, got it. All right, I'll just read this back in case somebody needs to grab a pen. So number 4 today, our new arrival, Doc, November 6 Tango Romeo. Doc is in French camp, and he has a want looking for a Yesu Fox Tango 710 HF rig. And if you have one sitting around that you'd like to move on or know where one can be had, give them a call, 209-684-1787. Again, 209-684-1787. All righty. Thank you, Doc. I got you all written down here. And if I hear one, I will be sure to let you know. Thank you. N6ICW WCI, Whiskey Bravo 2, Zebra Echo India. And my name is Armand, ARMAND. I'm in the Art and Arcade area, North Sacramento. Thank you, Doc. All right, we'll close the net and put it away for another week. And see everybody on the 25th of April. And check in with everybody next Thursday. N6ICW and others, WB2ZEI, clearing closing the NorCal Swap net. Bye-bye to all the YouTubers. We'll close the net at 0415. All right, UTC, WB2ZEI is going that way. Good night, all.
Good night, Armand from the interwebs. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey.
Frank, take care. Be safe. Don't work too hard. WB2ZEI.
And with that, I want to thank everyone who watched this or caught it on Team Replay. I had a poll going in the chat tonight. Are rail hams a thing? Those that, maybe like trains and are hams, or are railroaders and are hams? And the vote was 4-0. Yes, their rail hams are a thing. So I want to thank everyone who voted on that. And until next week, 0300 Zulu, that's 8 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Central. I want you guys out there, you out in YouTube land and Twitch land and social media land, all of you, I want you to think about this one important thing about POTA.